You play the journalist who blows the lid off of the Anna Delvey story. As a person named Anna, how hard was it to say Anna all day?
A lot. It was pretty hard. And honestly, what it was hard was we also have Anna Devere Smith. And we were often in the same scenes. And then also it was really funny because plenty of our directors and crew members also couldn't keep track of if there was an Anna or an Anna, and like we're all Annas. And we went by character names.
I might have a story. Her name is Anna Delvey, or Anna Sorokin, no one's sure. She's either a rich German heiress or she's flat broke. The charges are insane.
Anna committed real white-collar felonies while posing as a socialite in an attempt to steal millions of dollars.
What made you want to take on this role of this incredible, inspired by real life journalist, Jessica Pressler, Vivian?
I was so compelled by how Shonda was really, really diving into the journey of Vivian, more than just using her in any way as just like a delivery of information. You know, it's I think it can be too tempting sometimes to have a journalist character be, you know, just serve that function. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's something so right about the way we do it.
I was so surprised, like pleasantly surprised to see this through line of motherhood for her and how it made her so emotionally connected. Was that based on a reality of Jessica's life, or was that added for the show?
Jessica was, yes, I think that was definitely inspired. I think that is one of the things that just took Shonda on a ride with this Jessica was really, really close to delivering when she was completing this article. There's the shift of life in becoming a new mother.
Yeah.
There's also understanding what the industry and its shift is meaning for Vivian, and then also on top of it, when we're exploring relationship and what friendships mean to each other, to understand that, like, sitting in front of another human being and asking them to give them their story, that's a really intimate and very unique type of relationship as well. And so for me to get to play how Anna Delvey affects Vivian is just, to me, so delicious, and I enjoyed it.
Hi, Anna. I just had some questions.
I have a question. What's you wearing? You look poor.
I have to tell you, as a journalist, I felt you all nailed it. I'm like, I've been in that seat. I've been thinking, how can I be a human, but also I need this. It's hard.
Music to my ears. Thank you. It means the world to hear that. Thank you.
How much research did you do with Jessica? How much did you meet with her to play this fictionalized version of her?
She was so available to me. However, I kind of tried to stay out of her kitchen a little bit. We met at table reads, and it was really important to me to check in with her and make sure that it's going in the direction she feels comfortable with. And then from there, I really just voraciously read all of her notes, all of her published material.
How much is that? All the notes and everything? How many pages of
nice
discovery?
Oh, it's nice and thick, but I was so grateful. And they're funny. Her notes are hilarious. But yeah, it was, to me, for such a cerebral character and somebody who's so connected to her own curiosity, I felt like the pen to page was my best dive in to grounding Vivian. So yeah, that was my way in.
And what was it like to get back in that headspace of becoming a first-time mom, to wear the belly?
Oh yeah, that was something else. It was interesting because the actual physicality of the belly in all of its different iterations, it still feels like it's just weight put on. You know, it doesn't feel like it doesn't immediately get you into the muscle memory. So you still have to play it a bit. And so I was grateful to know that feeling, you know, all the way. And of course, every pregnancy is different. So I had to really track Vivian's pregnancy, and you know, that's not the same thing as mine. You know what I mean? I had different types of pains and different types of moments and different types of scares or whatever.
Yeah.
In my pregnancies that she did. So it was like a separate sort of character filter to put on.
Are you pregnant? Are you just so very, very fat.
It's a funny thing, you know, we're also trauma aware, and I'm so grateful. Labor can be it can be painful for some women. For me, I mean, literally painful. Yes, labor. But I also mean like emotionally. For me, they were traumatic in that everything is defined as before and after. However, they were. I revere my labor experiences, and I love them. And yet, yes, doing that labor scene was there was an aspect of catharsis in it, but
you were screaming.
yeah, and I was acting. Like, that's the funny thing, like, you know, like I still have like the scene analysis of what, you know, she's trying to achieve this.
Yes,
I was totally approaching it the same way I would, but thank you. But yeah, the muscle memory was wild.
What it was like for you all on set. There's all these amazing female roles, which I loved. How much did you all, I mean, Julia and Katie and Laverne, did you bond? Did you laugh? What was that like?
Oh God, yeah. It was such, this is such a joy. I woke up even at the early hours, grateful and excited to go to work every day. These are wonderful actors and wonderful crew, and we had a lot of female leadership on our crew as well, which was beautiful.
You're part of Shonda Land now too.
Yes. Oh, I'm telling you, it's everything it's cracked up to be. The fact that you know to say that, like, it's really that and more. You know, she's such an example of how a great workplace can be led well and led respectfully, and you know, and she's just everybody's champion. And the bottom line, even if she were acting selfishly for that, it gets better work out of your workers.
Can I ask, now that you're in that club, like, do you get an email with Bridgerton spoilers?
Absolutely not. Everything is still close to the chest.
Yeah. There have been some, you know, there was some discussion about Anna herself selling the rights for this show. Did that give you any reservations? How did you grapple with that?
I mean, for me, it's, you know, I get the luxury of not having to worry about the business end of these things. Yeah. It's my job to just tell the story. You know, as just a person who's interested in stuff, that's always fascinating. I'm still trying to figure out what their actual, I'm sure I could look it up somewhere, but I always get it messed up of what she's actually allowed to earn. It's not my business. It's
complex.
But it's complex of like what the judge's ruling on that was, because there was something about that.
Your character is trying to figure Anna out. What do you think the message is of this story? What do you think gets figured out through the show? What will the audience take away?
Ooh, I think if anything gets figured out, which I really, I would say it's that nothing gets figured out, which is the whole point. You know, I think that we all like to believe that there's certainty everywhere. And I think that we're all starting to learn, of course, that there's a lot less certainty than we'd like to think. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's right in you know, the human being that's facing you.